Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, QADASH. Double honors to my elders and my apostles of Great Milestone. They're doing even well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect, the afflicted, the one-third. Shalom. This is Brother Dawadah, come back at you with another video through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. And today, I want to do a video on the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. And the inspiration for this video comes from a conversation that I overheard at the workplace, at the plantation, as I call it. And at the plantation, I went to the back room to grab something. And two of the coworkers that was there, they were speaking. And as I was, walked past them, I heard them say the RFID. I heard one of it was two women. I heard one of them say it's called the RFID chip. She said it slowly. And then the woman was like, "Oh, what?" She was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah." She was like, "They can use it to, they can wave their hand over something and the door open right up for them." And the other one was like, "Whoa, really?" She was like, "Yeah." And that's basically all I heard. And I'm assuming that she was referring to some new technology that they was gonna put in her workplace. 'Cause I guess she comes to different stores and does whatever her job is at different stores, and she goes to different locations to work, so on and so forth. So somewhere or wherever it was that she was referring to, they're setting up that RFID microchip system. And I guess the employees have that option to get chipped and then use or wave their hand over the door so that doors can open for them. And immediately what came to mind is, of course, Revelation 13 and 16. Because these are the times in which we're living in. And once this devil makes that chip mandatory, then we're that much closer to Yahawashi coming back. All right? Revelation 13 and verse 16. And the he is the so-called white man, beginning with these international bankers, because everything comes down, beginning with the Most High, all right, on down. And the Most High, Yahawah, all right, Baal Shem Yahawashi set up the so-called white man to have that technology. He gave him that technology to make the microchip for his purpose. It really ain't even Esau's chip. It's the Most High's chip. It's the Most High that put it within the minds of these devils in order to do it. Why? For the sake of prophecy. Because the words of these scriptures have to be fulfilled. As is written, the words of the Most High don't go out void. And he, that's the Most High, through the so-called white man, right, beginning with these international bankers. And he, that's the so-called white man, beginning with these international bankers, causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that word for mark is karagma, which means a thing inserted. All right, what's that thing that's going to be inserted? A microchip. All right. Then when you go into the root word of that, the word there is karax, which means a pail, a stake, or a palisade, which goes into the syringe that they're going to use in order to put within the flesh of an individual and inject that chip within their hand or within, wherever. Because you had some jakes that'll say, well, what if I get it in my butt cheek? You actually had an individual that said that madness. It don't matter where you get it. Whoever gets it is going to be destroyed. All right? And one of the key things Esau's going to do in order to market this chip is use celebrities, use entertainers, use rappers. All right? And also show the different things that it can do. Now, a great movie that shows you about the chip is the movie called Upgrade. I'm just gonna read what it was about. If I remember, I'll show the trailer. If not, just click it for yourself. I don't want to get another strike. Which, by the way, this is posted on my third channel, Until Shiloh Comes 3. Until Shiloh Comes 1 has a strike it has a 2-week strike. I think I'm within the last week of the strike. Then my backup channel just literally earlier this morning came off of the 1-week strike that channel had on it. So, you saw he's doing his job. Gave for him for that. He is being the devil. If he was doing something righteous, then there would be a problem. I hope that made sense. So let's go into this word Upgrade. Now it says Upgrade is a 2018 cyberpunk action film written and directed by Leigh Whannell, and starring Logan Marshall Green, Betty Gabriel, and Harrison Gilbertson. The film follows a technoprobe. Let's go into this word. What is a technoprobe? Technoprobe or technoprobia. It says, also known as technofear, is the fear or dislike of advanced technology or complex devices, especially computers. So it says the film follows a technophobe who is implanted with a chip that allows him to control his body after a mugging left him paralyzed. And that's one of the examples of the miracles of the beast. All right? His technology. A great example is that microchip being able to make people walk, being able to make paralyzed individuals move their paralyzed limbs. Those are all examples of miracles of the beast. All right? And it tells you that in, what's that? Revelation, the 16th chapter. Revelation 16 and verse 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, that's the Roman Empire, and out of the mouth of the beast, that's America, NATO, and the EU, which America is part of NATO, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, that's the Roman Catholic Church, and all the daughter churches that stem out of it, including Islam. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles. That's his technology. All right. And what is an example of those miracles? An individual that is paralyzed being able to walk again, just like how you seen that movie Upgrade. How are they going to be able to do that? Through a RFID microchip implant, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of the Most High Almighty. Talking about World War III. All right. So let's jump back here. Now it says, the film follows the technophobe who is implanted with a chip that allows him to control his body after a mugging left him paralyzed. See? So here it is, he was paralyzed, and then when he got that implant, he was able to move his hand. All right? Now, I'm not going to go into the whole plot of the movie. You can check it out yourself. Let me read a little excerpt from this. It says, four men attacked the couple. Asha is killed. I believe that was his wife or his girlfriend. And Gray, that's the guy, the main character, this guy right here. And Gray is shot in the neck, severing his spinal cord. Gray returns home months later as a quadriplegic under the care of his mother, Pamela. Top down, it says, after a suicide attempt, he is soon visited by Aaron, who convinces him to accept a stem implant, that's the chip, claiming it would allow him to walk again. When watching Esau market this chip, showed different individuals that were paralyzed, but they got the chip and they're able to walk again. You know how many people are going to flock to this chip, all right, because of that? Then, let alone when celebrities say, oh, look, I got chipped. And then it becomes the end thing. And a lot of these people are sheeple. They're just gonna follow. They're just gonna follow what these celebrities are doing. Gray breaks into Cirque's home and finds proof Cirque was upgraded with cybernetic implants. So what do you think this whole thing is? Where do you think they got this whole implant thing from? Well, it's because whoever made this is juiced in. And the microchip is evident that it is indeed the mark of the beast. Revelation 13 to 16, he calls it all, both small and great, rich or poor, free and bond, to receive a mark of the right hand or in their foreheads. All right? And there was one of my coworkers at the job. She saw 666, the literal three numbers. And she was like, uh-oh, the mark of the beast. And it was a so-called black woman. She said that extremely loud. So everyone knows that the chip is a microchip. So what's these other camps doing? Mark of the beast is sin. It's sleeping with white women. It's an embargo. It's the Vatican. Or rather, Babylon is the Vatican. You know, all these bug out doctrines that completely make no type of sense. Not even remotely. It makes no sense. You know? Revelation 13 and 16, he calls the Thor both small and great. Even the average Edomite would tell you that the mark of the beast is a chip. Even the average wacky, tacky Christian knows that the mark of the beast is a chip. rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So you ain't going to be able to buy or sell unless you have the chip, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Going into that barcode. All right. Revelation 14 and 9. Now, because there is a judgment for it. And we look at the Universal Product Code, also known as the UPC. There's 3 long lines at the end, all right, and 3 long lines in the middle. So 3 long lines on each end and 3 long lines in the middle. When you read it on the computer, it's 6, 6, and 6. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, American, NATO, and the EU, and his image, that's the Romanized system, all right, and receive his mark, that's the chip, in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. That's those missiles. All right. And there's also going to be lasers shot from the chariots that will add on to that fire. And it's going to be all, like Jake says, straight shots, no chaser. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So the angels and YAHAWASHI is going to be present as these individuals that take the chip are burning within that lake of fire, which is America being 100% on fire from the missiles and the chariots. Right? And notice it says tormented, because though they're going to be they're going to be heat. Though they're going to be hit with intense heat, which they say those missiles burn at 100 million degrees Celsius, which is 180 million degrees Fahrenheit. All right, because we usually use Fahrenheit over here in the Americas. So 180 million degrees Fahrenheit, which they say reaches hotter than the interior of the sun. And notice it says tormented. So it ain't like it's going to be a quick death. Oh, see, if it burns that hot, I won't even feel that. I'll be dead already. No, it says tormented. Because the Most High can make that instant feel like you've been burning for 5 years. You've been burning for 10 years. You've been burning for 5 hours. The Most High can do that. That's why it says torment. And the smoke of their torment, you see, ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right? So don't take no chip. Don't take no jab. All right? Trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. As is written, trust in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, with all thy might, and lean not upon thine own understanding. Trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All praise, honors, and glories be unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem QADASH. The Beloved some elders and my apostles of Great Milestone, they're doing thee well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect, the afflicted 1/3. With that being said, Shalom. Barak Akim. Shalom.